survivors of the original sin.
Will the dominance of FTR continue?
A devil or a god?
Somebody needs to knock you down a peg. Someone needs to strike you down. There is no grander prize. There is no higher honor. And there is no one who deserves it more than me.
No matter the side you stand, the only way to prove right or wrong is through the other side.
Continental Championship on the line. Expect no mercy.
Do you know what happens when Chris Jericho needs an opponent and doesn't have one? Wait, what? You just made the list!
Eventually, I'm gonna find you, and I'm gonna end your careers.
You're never gonna touch this again because you are the dumbest bitch alive.
It will be the Young Bucks.
Man is a dynasty.
I don't think you truly understand what you got yourself into.
The Casino Gauntlet match. We will crown a new TNT champion.
We're gonna create some chaos in Canada. Goodbye and good night.
Canada, we are back as we breathe in Canada, we are back as we breathe in this fresh British Columbia air. It's hard to not feel inspired, reinvigorated, surrounded by all of this beauty, but with that, we brought some of the most insane sickos ready to kick the ever-loving crap out of each other tonight here in Vancouver. Guys, this is a Dynasty Zero Hour. I am your host, Renee Paquette. Joining me, as always, Mr. RJ City.
You know, as Alexis Colby said on the Dynasty Reunion special, we're all in each other's lives whether we like it or not. Somehow, I think that we do like it.
We're just going to move on. Jeff Jarrett, what's going on with you?
Renee, it has been almost 31 years to the day since a young, brash Double J strolled in to British Columbia for the very first time to defend my championship. Tonight, MJF comes into BC for the very first time to defend his championship. The first Dynasty, there were 7 title changes. MJF, you're facing one of Canada's own. Beware, my friend. Your second reign is over tonight.
And also joining us, I'm so excited about this, my favorite big man in the business.
Yes,
All White.
Hey, I'm excited to be here in my eyeball tonight. FTR, Christian, and Copeland.
Yeah.
2 of the best tag teams in the business, going
Is
for
this
the
working
highest
all
title
right?
there is
Okay.
AEW
I think
Championship
it
Tag Team
should be
titles.
fine.
Let's rock and roll and see what happens.
Kind of hard to not be a little bit of a homer for some of the good Canadian wrestlers we've got on the show here tonight. But RJ, how are people able to watch?
Great question. In the United States, if you want to watch AEW Dynasty, you can do it on HBO Max. Go to hbomax.com/AEW. In demand through traditional cable satellite providers and
I have
if you guys are watching
what's now
international, you
playing,
guys can watch on
or
YouTube,
what's up
PPV.
next.
.com, Amazon Prime
That way,
Video, as well as
you guys can
MyAEW.com.
know what's going on as you join in.
Let's talk about the action because it is all happening right here on Zero Hour to whet your appetite before we go live on pay-per-view. What do we got?
Well, we got Mox and Ospreay later tonight, but first, we have the female version as Alex Windsor takes on...
Somehow recalls is he's standing there, but he looks like he's annoyed to be there.
AEW Women's World Tag
Like, he
Team
looks like something's
Championships
off with
on
him.
the line. Divine Dominion put their gold
that's
up
just me,
against
though.
Maya World and High End.
And for the AEW National Championship, Jungle Jack Perry takes on the burly bear of the Don Callis family, Mark Davis.
And then when we are live on pay-per-view, the AEW Men's World Championship. The Devil versus the God of Professional Wrestling, MJF versus Kenny Omega.
And then it's gonna get a little toxic as the AEW Women's World Champion, Tekla, takes on the Brawling Bird, Jamie Hayter.
This match is a neck for the Continental Championship.
A neck for a
Jon
neck is an
Moxley
insane
takes on
statement.
Will Ospreay.
I love it.
And then for the AEW World Trios Champions, new champs, the Dogs, take on Roderick Strong, Orange Cassidy, and somebody.
And the recently vacated TNT title is up for grabs. It is a casino gauntlet match. We know we got Tommaso Ciampa in spot number 1. Roosh coming in at number 2. We'll have a new TNT champion tonight.
Jericho is back tonight in his home country. He takes on Ricochet.
Now, if Darby Allin is able to defeat Andrade El Idolo, who has been on fire as of lately, Darby will get a future shot at the world title.
Can they coexist? I don't think so. Okada and Takeshita take on the Young Bucks.
What a bizarre match.
Cornerstones in tag team wrestling. We've got Cage versus Coke taking on FTR for the AEW World Tag Team titles.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna get many views here, but I wanted to react to this.
You put me on the shelf for 4 months. You've been under our roof. Our children go to school together. You want to throw that away? I realized that I needed to get my ass back and rectify the situation.
Cope and Cage are out for revenge.
Adam Copeland and Christian Cage are now trying to relive their glory days on the backs of FTR. Well, join everybody else who tries to feed off of the FTR table.
Will Cope and Cage become the next tag team champions?
We are the tag team you pretend to be. How many times have you went your separate ways? Not us. We are the 11-time world tag team champions for a reason. Something you've never done.
25 years ago, we changed tag team wrestling. The fact of the matter is, we were the best tag team of our generation. Let's prove we're the best of this generation.
Goal is to become the greatest champions of all time.
And to make a bunch of money, obviously, is good.
Champion Willow Nightingale, Miss, you have been on quite the winning streak as of late.
Oh my God, come here! Oh my God, Camille's back! Who brought her out from the dead?
I'm back, baby.
Welcome back, Camille.
Whew, that happened a little bit earlier today. Camille is back. She's going to be in action actually a little bit later on tonight here on 0 Hour. Unreal to see her. Holy.
Your day got started.
I had to get the hell out of there.
I'm telling you.
Woo! All right, so that is coming up a little bit later on 0 Hour. But guys, one of the main matches, the main event that we'd be looking for.
Is that a match on 0 Hour too?
The Devil versus the God.
Wait. Okay, so fix something on Paul White because he did just leave. In my opinion, he was used for that thing, but he seemed like he was there, and then he just left.
See these two collide here tonight in Vancouver, British Columbia.
I still hold the championship that every single man could only ever hope of obtaining.
He is the #1 contender
For the AEW World Title, Kenny Omega!
Somebody needs to knock you down a peg. Someone needs to strike you down. And when it comes to someone who can take that from you, why not the God of pro wrestling? What you people deserve is a champion who will go down as one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. Versus the devil. Your intestines can explode any minute, any time, anywhere. All your disciples around the world will be embarrassed and ashamed.
Damn.
That belt that you wear around your waist, I will take it from you. You bring the best.
I don't buy for a second Kenny's winning.
And the same thing's gonna happen that has happened to everyone who has crossed paths with me. And I will right the wrongs that you have committed in this company. That is what a god of professional wrestling does. Their god will fall, and your devil will rise, because I'm better than you, and you know it.
We are just under 1 hour away from Dynasty coming up live on pay-per-view on HBO Max, and that is the match that will cap us off tonight, our main event. The Devil versus the God of Professional Wrestling, MJF versus Kenny Omega for the richest prize in our sport. up to Dynasty on pay-per-view at the top of the hour, just under 50 minutes away, but we are kicking off the action here tonight live from Vancouver, Nigel, with the certifiable...
This ticket got less than WrestleMania 42 nosebleed. Love it.
Windsor, likewise, Marina Shafir said to Alex Windsor, you bought a broken puppy tonight. Mox is going to put him down, referring to Alex Windsor's beau, Will Ospreay, who will be competing for the Continental title against John Moxley tonight.
Tony Schiavone just caught a stray, and by that I mean a sock from Marina Shafir.
And her opponent from North Finland, she's the New Japan Pro Wrestling Strong Women's Champion, Alex Windsor.
Well, Tony, you're not the only one that has an axe to grind with Marina Shafir coming into this match. Alex Windsor, she knows what the Death Riders have put her fiance Will Ospreay through, Marina Shafir included.
And that gives, obviously, Windsor more impetus for this match, more reason to go up against Marina Shafir. Listen, guys, I think we all know, we all would agree that Marina Shafir has been more than just a member of the Death Riders. She has been so involved in many of John Moxley's attacks and has helped him out tremendously. She is an integral part of the Death Riders, and that is the reason that Windsor wants to get on. Moxley called Shafir the heart and soul of the operation.
Hi, Lexi.
Starting fast.
I was wondering if anyone was going to come say hi to me.
So to speak, here in the Rogers Arena in Vancouver.
How's your day going?
Fight developing, but no.
How's your Sunday?
Sent Windsor in the corner. Windsor caught Shafir cheating in with that one.
Wow. Windsor really came out with a swagger here tonight after chaos in Canada this past week on Dynamite with Ospreay and Windsor bringing in the whole of the United Empire, and most thereof, to take on the Death Riders. Certainly built up some momentum towards tonight.
Most certainly, and then also don't forget about last night on Collision, Alex Windsor and Jamie Hayter taking out Marina Shafir and Tekla. Of course, Hayter and Tekla will meet for the AEW Women's World Championship, part of Dynasty. Coming your way in just over 45 minutes.
Behind Alex Windsor here.
Live on pay-per-view, and Windsor short lariat, but instead Shafir.
Yeah, there's someone I missed.
For the Jujikatame. Windsor
it happened, unfortunately. It's just the way things go.
If Shafir can break the grip of the fingers.
Sure, with the experience that Marina Shafir has, shouldn't be a problem. Wait a second.
The roll-up, and Windsor.
Just by her fingertips, clinging on now. But there, that's great.
Shafir extending all the way back. Windsor in serious
trouble here.
Go
for the
rolls up
hit.
Shafir, the stack, and Shafir forced to abandon ship.
Some damage done to the arm there, Tony. It seemed that Windsor was biting maybe the calf that time to get out of that. I'm not sure, but it was a great counter to get out of it. Once you're in the grips of Marina Shafir,
well, this was
guys,
that was a bad idea.
He's in trouble again now. Alex Windsor.
Caught.
Luring Windsor.
Oh my God.
Referee Mike Posey given the count, but the damage may already be done to that left arm of Alex Windsor.
Oh, that's good. Who's all fighting tonight? Hold on. Let me get the Wikipedia thing up, and I'll put that in the chat so you guys can look at it.
Fans in the United States, you can order Dynasty coming your way just under 45
It's no one from WWE, so if you're, because it's obviously a different show.
Internationally, you can join us on Prime Video, My AEW,
there's the Wikipedia.
PPV.com, and main event for Dynasty.
Yeah, I know most people don't.
Live from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
Marina Shafir.
I also definitely just get this by my
AEW singles victories have come in 4 minutes or less. Shafir really enjoying this one, taking her time with her prey, as I'm sure she considers Windsor.
We saw Marina Shafir a puzzling.
Listen, I don't know if many people are going to come to this one as they do with WWE in that buy.
Shafir was pinned.
I love watching AEW wrestling. So,
almost as if she knew that she had another chance to dismantle Alex Windsor just less than 24 hours away.
Yeah, that's a great point. And once she had to look at this. Wow. You know, you're right. The judo background, the MMA fighting background, and you hear him chanting Windsor's name, but the fighting background of Marina Shafir coming through here. Wow. Boy, she is taking the measure here of Windsor. You're not often right, Tony, but you are certainly right here. Every time Shafir gets her hands on Windsor.
Oh my God!
Ooh, listen to that.
That messed up.
Vociferous reaction to Shafir, who really is reveling in this.
Alex Windsor and Jamie Hayter, since coming together as the Brawling Birds, undefeated as a duo, Nigel. Very, very efficient, but here tonight, each woman walking their own path. Windsor, of course, matching up against Shafir, and Jamie Hayter looking for
just
revenge
whooping
against
at
AEW
Windsor's
World Champion
ass.
Tekla.
Yeah, Jamie Hayter on her own, and sometimes that can be difficult. You build up a little bit of rapport and pacing when it comes to being in a tag team, and then you switch back to singles action, and that certainly can prove a factor in the match. Jamie Hayter had a chance to talk to her earlier this week. She said she was a little bit nervous about making that transition, but she said she was sure she'd be able to find her feet again quickly.
Now, especially going into a match against someone like Tekla, who is so bizarre, you just don't know what angle she's coming from.
Yeah, she's certainly uncouth,
Oh!
to say the least.
Remember, it was Tekla on her arrival here in AEW that attacked and injured Jamie Hayter, putting her out of action.
What did she say about that attack? She said she didn't attack Hayter because she was the toughest, but because she was the easiest.
Oh!
Up kick from Alex Windsor.
What the hell? The point of that?
The head
Do a little
and neck
cartwheel for no little.
of Alex Windsor. And Shafir trying to just send Windsor across the court, but Windsor.
Oh, Windsor getting back into it.
Kind of a desperation move, but it worked.
Well, with the damage to the left arm earlier, Windsor doing absolutely everything.
Shoulder tackle again.
Some advantage.
You saw Shafir try to grab Windsor, but Windsor able to slip free, ducks underneath. And now Windsor.
Oh.
Misdirect there for the prop.
Beautifully done, Windsor.
Leaves her feet and takes Shafir down for the third time in succession.
Yeah, but that arm, as you can see, is really giving Windsor some problems.
Shafir had the arm bar on twice. With someone with the expertise of Marina Shafir, it literally takes a split second. But here we go, Windsor looking for the sharpshooter.
Windsor likes the sharpshooter, but Shafir defending.
Triangle! Triangle!
Triangle sleeper. But Windsor tried to roll into a pinning predicament, but over-leveraged and was able to break free, but very nearly got pinned via a submission hold. Shafir. Uranage spiking Windsor. Alex Windsor, though, beating the count.
I think we all can agree that Marina Shafir has put together quite a game plan here. She looks great.
And a really dominant performance by Shafir with a simple double wrist lock here. Kaimura.
Windsor, though, fighting her way back up to her feet. Some left hands to the body. You see the clock at the top of your screen ticking down. And over Shafir, but walked right into that one and got rocked.
Wow. Spaghetti legs on Windsor, right on the jaw.
But
You
Windsor,
stick it up.
no, Shafir too quick. Anticipated the strike. Oof. Repeated shots to the body, driving the oxygen out of the lungs of Alex Windsor, Tony.
Just the opening match here we got tonight on 0 Hour. Still to come, we are going to see Camille in action. Her first action back. She's already made an impact in tonight's proceedings. Jungle Jack Perry defends the national championship.
Wait, Camille's just in a squash match on 0 Hour? What?
Championship against My World and High End. Still to come on 0 Hour.
Why is Camille in a singles match on?
Head of Dynasty coming up live on
What?
the top of the hour. You can join us on HBO Max by visiting hbomax.com/AEW for Dynasty coming your way just over 39 minutes away.
Look at this giant crowd already settled in here tonight. And we're still 40 minutes out from our big event.
Great crowd in attendance. You can feel the anticipation for all the matches. Nobody does pay-per-view like AEW. Look at Windsor. Once more.
Wow, and she'll get more too. Lady Windsor bounce back up again, Nigel.
Well, it's firing up.
Dropped down the kick, but Shafir was ready for it. The roll up, and Shafir very nearly stole that one. And Windsor, that time, scores with a headbutt. Shafir still on her feet.
Alex Windsor getting the victory.
a shot of this, but you mentioned it earlier, Excalibur. Marina Shafir decidedly happy about this outcome. A smile plastered on her face despite losing.
I mean, is that a smile of happiness or a smile of madness? Because only Marina Shafir knows, but Alex Windsor showing her toughness, her grit, pulling out the victory here tonight against Marina Shafir of the Death Riders. Now she can turn her attention to the AEW Continental Championship match, where her fiance Will Ospreay challenges Jon Moxley for the title on Dynasty. Plus, Tekla, the Toxic Spider, puts her AEW Women's World Championship on the line against the woman she targeted on her way into All Elite Wrestling, the former champion, Jamie Hayter. Tekla just leveled Jamie Hayter.
When I arrived in AEW, the first woman I took out was you. The kingdom has changed since you ruled. The only reason you touched this is because I wasn't here. But now that I'm here, you're never gonna touch this again. Tekla, someone so small, you have an awfully big mouth. A mouth you run like nobody can handle. But you kept on coming back.
She's got those brass knuckles. Tekla just got dropped.
So now I'm done playing games. I am done having a good time. I beat you once.
It is next weekend.
The Dynasty.
Part of me was gonna do a watch along of this on Discord, but I didn't want to be the only one doing it. Plus, I would still be doing this, so I wouldn't have my microphone
on pay-per-view at the top of the hour. Dynasty, but the action continues here tonight on the 0 hour, and a very unexpected return in our next bout.
The following contest is set for one fall. Introducing first from Durham, North Carolina, Camille.
As we heard earlier, Willow Nightingale wanted to continue the open challenges for the TBS Championship here tonight, but after the attack by Camille, Willow medically disqualified from competing here tonight, so Camille steps into action one-on-one.
And her opponent.
He better. I'm gonna give him trouble. He's gonna have to listen. He's gonna have to hear from both of us if he doesn't come. I'm gonna be he won't get.
Pretty stiff competition in Camille.
Yeah, Willow Nightingale, known as the comeback killer. Well, almost got killed by Camille earlier tonight.
Camille rushing her opponent into the corner. Camille, she was taken out of action 500 days ago, Tony, and in the time, obviously recovering physically, but then also filming the new season of American Gladiators coming up in a few weeks later this year. And Camille playing a part in that program, but right now, asserting her dominance here in the return to the ring.
Wow. Big Ann has been on the end of a hurricane, thrown around the ring here by Camille. Last time we saw Camille.
Can you imagine if you didn't know the Willow thing happened and Camille just randomly came out for a match? I don't know why we're having a squash match.
That's a great call on that. And you know,
on a pay-per-view pre-show, but okay.
I really don't think Willow would do such a thing. I don't think she would be the one to attack Camille.
Well, whether it was her or not, Camille found someone to get some payback for it.
As Camille controlling her opponent by the head now. Camille showing her strength. Wow. Center of the ring, torture rack. Perhaps, yes. Camille just...
Oh, I love a good torture rack.
The leg, punishing her opponent.
This lady's on a different level than most. Look at this, my God.
Camille sits out and scores the win in short order.
I wish more people did the torture rack as a finish. I love the torture rack as a submission. Always will.
A momentary calm, the eye of the hurricane, perhaps. But there are some bad storms ahead for the AEW Women's Division. Wait a second. Oh, boy.
Willow Nightingale, that shoulder is taped up.
Got a referee, got a member of the medical staff. And the shoulder is taped up like you said. But she is still going to stalk to the ring. Medical staff trying to hold her back. This may be ill-advised here, gentlemen.
Yeah, this has become personal. Is that medical...
Willow, you deserve that.
Attack from behind.
You deserve that, Willow. I'm sorry, you're an idiot for coming out here.
It was the medical staff were trying to pull Willow, trying to prevent her from getting in the ring. She would not be deterred, and now Camille taking advantage, hammering.
Nightingale got caught up in the emotion of all this.
shoulder that you talked about really stuck with Willow, but man, Willow is getting killed right now.
Camille making her comeback and making the TBS champion pay.
Brutality shown here. Boom! Big boot.
Time directed towards Willow Nightingale.
If we recall, last time we saw Willow Nightingale on the pay-per-view, she had a hurt shoulder. I think she was injured coming into this, to be honest with you. I don't think she was 100%. And right now, she's down. Oh, yep, that shoulder is still bothering her.
We call that stupid.
Well, Camille, a successful return to action here tonight. And a successful assault on the TBS champion. But from the TBS champion to the AEW National Championship, Mark Davis, representing the Don Callis family, will be in action next, challenging Jungle Jack Perry. Jack Perry, of course, winning the national championship, Nigel, the last time we were on pay-per-view at Revolution as part of that 21-man casino battle royale in Los Angeles.
And Ricochet, the former champion, of course, was neither pinned nor submitted nor counted out to lose the title. So he's a pretty angry man. And if you are Jericho, you could be getting some of that payback later tonight.
Now Ricochet poised to go one-on-one with Jericho, making his return to the ring tonight as a part of Dynasty, which you can join us, EW, or around the and main event.
The AEW National Championship! Introducing first time challenger from Brisbane, Australia, weighing 281 pounds, Mark Davis!
Cal, I think this man has established himself as one of the most dangerous men in all of AEW. Certainly within the Don Callis family, one of the most dangerous, but he seems to be impervious to pain. He's big, he's quick. And you know, when he first arrived here in AEW, you'll recall with Kyle Fletcher together,
I've loved what Mark Davis
quite
has
a
been
tag
doing.
team. They
We
have
love
broken
it.
off now. They are great both in singles competition, especially Mark Davis looking at him right here.
Davis has shown his pendulum pile driver on a number of occasions. First of all, taking out Darby Allin, who we'll see tonight on the pay-per-view. And this man was on the receiving end as well.
And his opponent from Los Angeles, California, weighing 190 pounds, he is the AEW National Champion, Jungle Jack Perry!
It was an emotional moment for Jungle Jack Perry when he won the AEW National Championship last month at the Crypto.com Arena. It was that same arena that Jack would go to professional wrestling shows with his late father, Luke Perry. And to win the title there with his friends, his family in attendance, extremely meaningful that Mark Davis, this brute from the Don Callis family, cares not for Jack Perry's sentimentality.
Yeah, they do not shed any tear for emotion. As far as Don Callis and the members of his family concerned, the only thing they respect is the green, the buck, the mighty US dollar.
Jack has had plenty of success here in AEW. Of course, a former World Tag Team champ. It's part of Jurassic
defend
Express.
the belt
Love his
against
theme music, don't you, Nigel?
Mark Davis.
Very much so. The only thing I don't love about it is the way you start dancing when it plays.
Hey, it's really...
Like you're back in the 80s.
It's really great 80s music. I love it. And I love the way Jack Perry approaches his craft. Well, get out of the way of this big guy, though. I can tell you that.
Tony Schiavone's Wikipedia just got updated with big Baltimore fan.
Yeah, I love Baltimore.
What's your second favorite Baltimore song?
It's called Baltimore Runs.
Good one. Side headlock taken by Jungle Jack Perry. Davis swiftly sends him off.
Jack Perry acting like a Baltimorean right there, trying to shoulder block his far more powerful opponent to the mat. Perry will do well to use caution against this huge bear of a man.
Nigel, you mentioned how the Don Callis family heavily motivated by money. Kazuchika Okada, Konosuke Takeshita in a tag team match coming up tonight. We'll be facing Matt and Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks.
And ironically, it wasn't money that Don Callis used to inspire both those men to team together.
Oh no, he got caught.
The spirit of competition, but right now Davis.
Lord of mercy, look at this power.
Davis, the running push.
Oh!
Perry slips free, sends Dunkzilla head first into the steel ring post. And now,
oh!
Perry coming around the corner, kicks to the face.
Jack's got a lot of fire, a lot of enthusiasm. Let's see if he can fend off this big challenge.
Jack Perry ascends to the top of Davis, quickly up to his feet.
Oh boy.
Rough landing for the AEW National Champion, Jack Perry. Davis just using those forearms, moving the wrist bone into the across the face.
Oh!
Lunging elbow shot. A glassy-eyed look by Jack Perry directly into the camera.
Strong legs propel that elbow.
Davis
One,
heels on the
two.
chest, look for the cover. Perry struggling to kick out. And fans, we are less than half an hour away from Dynasty coming your way on pay-per-view from here in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
Jesus!
On HBOmax.com/AEW for Dynasty as
One,
Mark Davis
two,
the cover.
no.
Jack Perry able to kick out as Perry struggling. And fans, you will not struggle to order Dynasty internationally. Right. Prime Video, MyAEW.com, DAZN, YouTube, PPV.com, and Main Event for Dynasty live around the world on pay-per-view, just over 25 minutes away.
So many
Jack
great
Perry,
matches,
getting
so
back
many
into it.
titles on the line. We're going to crown a new
Jawbreaker.
champion here tonight as well.
You heard him.
Davis, a little over eager there, and Perry up to
Perry moonsault to the outside.
takes out Davis on the floor.
I think Davis tried to catch him that time on his shoulder, but could not. Just too much force coming down by Jack.
The TNT Championship will be on the line in the Casino Gauntlet match. The winner of that match will be crowned the new TNT Champion as Mark Davis's partner and former TNT Champion Kyle Fletcher. He was injured, forced to vacate the title. And this past week on Dynamite, Tommaso Ciampa earned the #1 spot in the Casino Gauntlet match. Roosh defeated Anthony Bowens last night on Collision to capture that all-important #2 slot. And that's a match that can end at any time, Nigel, because the competitors, seemingly unlimited amount of competitors that are entering the match at irregular intervals, so getting in early behooves you.
A very interesting strategy there. I said it before, you have to be in it to win it, and the match could end at any moment, so you've got to get out there as soon as you can.
Davis avoids Jack Perry, but Perry lands a couple of elbow strikes, and now slash break #2. High stack cover made, and Davis able to kick out.
That's just strong leg got him out of that, because that was a great move with that slight spread and a great, as you said, good call there, Excalibur, the high stack. Jack thought he won it. You can see his reaction to that.
Slowing down a little bit now. The national champion, perhaps upping the stakes here, looking for a pile driver of his own. A little bit of payback, but he's not going to get this big bear up like that. Yeah.